The reason for this is we actually, with Prop 19, had a huge real estate game changer that impacts and affects a lot of different people in the state of California. And what happened is I had two conversations with people that didn't quite understand how much that could benefit them, including someone that was actually in the real estate industry as an appraiser. So since I ended up having two people, I thought, you know what, this is something we need to address. There's a couple different points that happen in this. The first thing is that if you're over the age of 55, you're in a position to where you can actually transfer the tax basis. So I want to give you an idea of what this could impact you and how this could help you. So let's just say that you purchased your property 10, 15 years ago, and you bought it for about maybe say $300,000. Now the property's worth $700,000 and it's too big for you. It's two-story, you want to get into a single story, or you want to get closer to family or something like that. So you can sell your home for $700,000 and keep your $300,000 tax base to transfer to a property that you purchase if it's less than $700,000. That said, they've also set it up to where if you buy a property that's above the $700,000, you actually have a reduced amount on that additional part. So there's a couple different nuances. It's a little bit confusing. We definitely want to have a discussion if you're looking into this. But the other thing too is that we've been using this for our clients with our Dream Home Finder program and our Just Looking program, so that what can happen is that they can sort of look to see where they might want to retire to, look to see where they can get closer to their family, look to see how they might want to readjust their living situation and get out of their bigger home and go into something that's more manageable, so that way they can enjoy their retirement years. The other thing too is that it also assists with people who happen to have been a victim of the wildfires or some other natural disaster. Those people can actually take their tax bases and transfer that into a replacement property. So you don't have to be just over 55. You could be something like that, where if you've been impacted by any kind of a natural disaster, you too could potentially transfer that. Another thing is if you happen to have a disability or somebody that's severely disabled, they also could potentially transfer their tax base. So this is really a huge game changer. We're having people reach out to us all over the state of California, and we're also having people locally who are selling their homes locally and relocating to other places in the state of California that better fits and suits their needs. So if you happen to fall in those categories, or if you want to take advantage of anything having to do with all of the Prop 19 benefits, or even if you're in a position to where you're not quite 55 or you're not falling in those categories, share this with your family, share this with your neighbors, share this with the friends. These are huge game changers. And again, if you've entertained this and you want to look into something like this, we have our Dream Home Finder program where we find off-market properties to help you relocate into. We also have our Just Looking, so that if you're kind of thinking about doing something like this, you can take your time and just kind of explore and understand what the market is. The other thing also is that with this, you can future pace. You know, you're in a position to where I have a gentleman who sold his big house in El Dorado, California, and he relocated down this direction. He can take up to 2 years to find that property. That doesn't mean that he necessarily is going to take 2 years, but the thing is that it's not like it has to happen instantaneously. There are so many nuances and so many benefits of what Prop 19 has done, how many doors it's opened for different people. It's something that, like I say, it's a huge game changer. Another thing also is that you can actually use it 3 times. I'm not quite sure how that works, but the truth of the matter is that I can't give you tax advice, I can't give you legal advice, but I can only tell you that this is something, if you have any interest in whatsoever, let's chat. Let's look at where you're at. Let me go through your scenario. Let me help you understand the nuances of it. And even if it's not right now, that's okay. Knowledge is power. I love educating. I love informing. And I think it's wonderful. The gentleman that I spoke to just last week, he's actually in a position to where he's going to take, and he's just sold his primary residence. He's moving up to be on the Truckee River. He's loving the idea that he gets to go fish and he can transfer his tax basis. That held him back for years. Now he's able to retire exactly where he wants to be. Let's see if we can do that for you as well. As always, call Krista, OIC Real Estate Services. Like our Facebook page, ring the bell so you get notifications. Share this with your family and friends. This here is a huge, huge game changer. Let's get the word out. Bye.